What's going on, everybody? Taylor here with y'all 106.7, and today I'm joined by country music singer-songwriter, incredible guitarist, and just all-around great human, Payton Smith. Welcome to y'all.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Absolutely, happy to be here.
I haven't seen you since we ate crawfish the last time.
I was gonna say that's the last time we all hung out, and that was pretty great.
We ate like 50 pounds of crawfish.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember. I think I took some home.
Did you? Did you eat them?
I definitely ate them. Ate them that night.
Nice. Yeah, we had to get our fix. Because you're a Louisiana boy.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up in a little town called Houma, Louisiana, which is like an hour southwest of New Orleans. So pretty much as far down as you can go.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
So what are you doing today? Are you writing or what's going on?
Yeah, today I'm writing. We are fixing to go in the next couple weeks and cut this next round of songs. So we're kind of in the process of kind of like drafting which songs we want to go in and do, kind of planning out the rest of the year, how we want to drop these songs. And so writing them and then figuring out how we're going to record them. So
I want to kind of go back to the beginning because I met you when you were 16 years old. I'm pretty sure it was during CMA Fest. We were doing an interview. So you knew this is what you wanted to do at a very young age.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean it's been a wild ride. I started coming up here when I was 14 years old. Came up here on a family vacation, and it's kind of a long story. But to make a long story short, there's just a ton of doors that opened up for me, and on that family vacation, out of all the things, like on a family vacation, all the doors opened up. It's pretty crazy. But I ended up working with a guy named Buddy Cannon who produced all the Kenny Chesney records, and he really taught me all that I've learned about songwriting at such a young age. So started coming up here every month for like a week, learning how to write. And then once I turned 16, my family made the move up here. And so I've been pursuing it ever since, learning how to write songs and then being in the studio and then learning how to play live. So it'll be 10 years of writing songs in Nashville this September, which is pretty crazy. Not that I've not 10 years of living here, but 10 years of writing songs here and pursuing this. So
well, I've seen you play live. You're incredible.
But if you cross the country and I cross your mind, I'll be hanging in the holler back home, swerving on the same back road.
Like I said, you shred on the guitar. Your incredible vocals. You talk to the crowd. You're very engaging. Do you remember the first live show that you played full band?
I sure do. Yeah. Full band. Full band was actually here in Nashville at the OG basement on 8th. And there's a couple of videos I have of it. I was looking at them the other day, actually. It's funny you say that. I was looking at them and I definitely sound 17 in them. Like I sound 17. But that was the first performance with the band. The first performance I ever remember like ever playing in front of a live audience. I was 11, and it was at my middle school talent show, and I played Colder Weather by Zach Brown Band.
Wow.
And I was hooked ever since. There was nothing else. There was no plan B. I was just like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, your musical influences, you've talked about this a little bit, from Louisiana. You've got that Southern rock, but you also have that country in you. So who would you say was your biggest, musical influences? Because you said your dad kind of got you on rock and roll.
Yeah, absolutely. My mom was all 90s country. So one of the first records I remember hearing when I was young was Pure Country, the George Strait soundtrack.
You kind of look like a young George Strait in that movie, I'm not going to lie.
Oh my gosh, that's an honor. That's a lot to live up to. So yeah, that record, and then my dad was all like Def Leppard and Metallica and kind of the rock side of things. So those definitely had a huge impact on me. And then I remember seeing Keith Urban for the first time live and just being so connected with the way he made me feel connected with him on stage and just the energy that he poured out. And then the reason that I write songs is because of Eric Church. I remember the first time I could grasp what an Eric Church song was talking about, I was just like, I want to write songs. So there's a lot of influences that kind of make me who I am today. I feel like all of those people kind of influenced me in some form or fashion. So
I can definitely hear that cool. in your music as well. What's your favorite Eric Church song? I love Springsteen.
Springsteen's a great one. I think Record Year is one of the best written songs. There's actually a deep cut called Where She Told Me to Go on the Carolina record. That is, I think, possibly one of the best songs written of all time. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. But
That's saying something.
it is an incredible song. But I don't know if I could pick a bad Eric Church song. All of them are pretty incredible.
My favorite song of yours, well, it's hard to pick a favorite because they're all so good, is the next one, though. I love all the good things.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that.
song.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to talk about your wife, Hannah, really quick.
Yeah.
Because you got engaged on the Opry stage. Like, it's not every day everyone gets to do that. So tell us about how you met.
Yeah. I met Hannah when we were 15 years old, and I friend zoned her pretty quickly, which was tough. We never dated in high school, but I knew I was gonna know her for a long time. However that looked, didn't know I was gonna marry her at 15 years old. But we were friends all throughout high school, and then graduated high school and kind of went separate ways. And a couple years later, like, we were brought back together. And in just the craziest way. And I actually, this is crazy. It sounds so cliche, but I started having dreams about her during that time, that like I was standing at the end of an aisle and there was like this figure walking towards me, and every time the dream would end, I wouldn't know who it was. And then one dream, like right at the end of it, it would be Hannah. Her face would come into like the shot and the dream would end. And so I was like, I think this is the girl I'm going to marry. And so it's amazing how God kind of orchestrated that whole thing, how we came together, because we've known each other since we were 15, and we're literally each other's best friends. She is my like best friend, like, no doubt. So we love doing life together.
That's awesome. So married life's going well.
Yeah, it's going really good.
You take out the trash when you're supposed to take out the trash and all those things.
I definitely miss the trash some days, but that's where grace comes in.
Yeah.
So very, very thankful for that.
And she sings a little too. You brought her out on stage at your last show in Nashville when I was there.
Yeah. She sings a little too. She's got an amazing voice. She's a little shy about getting on stage, but she's got a beautiful voice.
So you were signed to Combustion Music and also Eclipse, correct?
Yes.
So as an artist and a songwriter, when you're going to make album cuts, like you're saying now, how do you decide what do you want to record for you and what do you want to pitch?
Gosh, now it just depends on the song. Each song's different. I feel like I definitely know what I want to say, and I know what it depends on, like on an emotion, really. I guess, like, does this song kind of make me cry? Do I really relate to this song? Or does this song feel like it's going to fill a gap in our live show? Are people going to really love this song when we go play live? So those are the two things that kind of make me want to cut a song in the first place. And even if it's a song that's great, but it's not for me, then I'm still okay with sending it to one of my artist buddies and going like, hey, just, this sounds like you. I just figured, would you want to take a listen to it? So there's just a lot of different variables that kind of depend on why I would cut this song or not, but yeah, it just depends.
And when you go to write, would you say you kind of start with a lyric, or are you a melody guy?
I feel like it's all in the idea first. I mean, everybody does it differently, but I feel like ideas are so hard to come by, so I'm constantly listening and looking around for the best idea or title or hook that you can find, because that makes the whole song, honestly, is that plus a melody and then maybe a guitar riff at the end of that. So I really start with the idea first.
What would you say is your favorite song that you've ever written, for yourself or for someone else?
Ooh,
that's such it's like picking a favorite child. You don't have children yet, but.
Yeah. Gosh, I think one of my favorite songs, it's not even out yet, but it's for sentimental reasons. There's a song called Hand-Me-Downs that I wrote when I was 15, and there's just so much nostalgia behind it. I love story songs, and I love songs that really make you just feel something. And I don't know. There's a song called Hand-Me-Downs. Hopefully it'll be out one day. But that's one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
I think there's something to be said about the storytelling aspect, because, we play a ton of 90s country, and I think that era was so huge because of its storytelling aspect about
Absolutely.
it. So people connect with it. It keeps coming back around.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, story songs never get old. They never get old.
Speaking of stories, we're still writing yours. Are we going on the road this year? What does it look like for you the rest of 2024?
Yeah, we're going to be on the road a good bit this year. We're going to be out with Lily Rose in the fall, playing some shows. Got some Hank Jr. dates coming up.
Hank
July.
Jr. That's pretty big.
Yeah. I'm super excited about that.
Wow.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, we're just playing live. We're gonna be putting out a lot more music in the fall and winter. So we're doing all the things. Yeah,
What is like
it'll be
your
fun.
dream venue to play?
Um,
Other than the Opry, because I mean, you played there.
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the dream venue. And we went back. I hadn't been back there since 2020, the first time I ever played the Opry, and I went back last year in 23, and it never gets old, that feeling of stepping on that stage. So the Opry is definitely like the bucket list place to play. It's still my favorite place to play. I grew up going to this place called the Cajun Dome in Lafayette, not far from my hometown. So that's a bucket list place to play for
Bring
sure.
it on back
I
home.
would love that. And also, I mean, I've lived here for, a good little while, so even places like Bridgestone, that's a bucket list. So probably the Cajun Dome in the Bridgestone Arena would be pretty
Well, I
amazing.
think you'll be selling out arena shows before we know it.
Thank you.
So when you're not working, because you're one of the hardest working people that I know, how do you unwind? What do you like to do? You go fishing, golfing? What does Payton like to do?
Well, I'd like to go golfing, but I'm no good at golf. So
Who is, really?
I'd like to do that. I love being outside, no matter what it is. I love fishing. I love duck hunting. Like once November and December comes around, I want to be in a duck blind. So I love doing that. And honestly, I love going home. Like I've kind of covered that talking about my wife, but me and my wife love going on date nights together. We love doing just life together. We also have a dog at home now. So he keeps us pretty busy.
Dog dad.
Yeah, dog dad. We have a dog named Buddy. He's the sweetest. So there's a lot of things that I try to kind of do separate, from music that fill me up. So.
You have to have that to keep going,
Yeah,
more
absolutely.
inspiration to keep writing. And
Yeah,
everything.
that separation. Actually, you know what I do love? Actually, I love mowing grass. I love
Really?
doing yard work. Yeah, that is the
Wow.
one time. That is like the most dad answer there is.
Yeah.
But I love mowing grass. It's the one time that I'm not focused on music or not thinking about anything else going on in the world, and I'm so focused on, are the lines straight, and am I weed eating this right, and making sure, like, does the yard look good? That's the only thing I'm focused on.
That is impressive.
So-
Do you have a push mower or a riding mower? What is it?
I still have a push mower.
Wow.
So, it takes
you're
a
like
good,
getting a workout.
It's a good 2.5, 3 hours of mowing. We don't have a big yard, but
Yeah.
it's enough to where, like, afterwards you definitely want to drink a beer.
I
and be
bet
like,
Hannah loves that.
yeah, I think so. I think she does. She definitely will not partake in it. I tried to talk her into mowing and weed eat and learn how to weed eat and mow, and she's like, no, I'm good.
So we've got the yard taken care of.
Yeah.
We're good. Do you
Yeah.
like to cook at all?
I do, yes. I'm not really a great cook, I don't think, but my dad taught me how to make jambalaya when I was younger. And so I do try to take pride in the jambalaya or gumbo, anything that's Cajun. I try to take pride in.
Yeah, there's
in
Cajun
those
roots showing
dishes.
through.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're so excited to see everything that you do this year, and you're going to play for us today. What are you going to
Yeah.
play? Your new single?
Absolutely, yeah. We just released a single called "She's Going to Town" this past Friday, so figured we play you guys that one, and it's a super fun song. It's a little bit of a different sound for us, and it's also a story song. The root of it is really a story song, so we figured we'd play that one for y'all.
Yeah, can't wait to hear it. And
Yeah.
your Instagram at the Payton Smith is the best way for fans to keep up with you?
Yes, ma'am. Yep, at the Payton Smith, and I think that's on TikTok and Facebook and all the things. So
Thanks for hanging out with us today, Payton.
absolutely, thank you.